10th grade can be a bust, but going on a full-out lockdown can't be compared to all the other stuff you might face, especially the lockdown that I was in a few years ago. On that one Wednesday afternoon during English class, the loudspeakers came on, and the vice principal's panicked voice flooded the room. Lockdown, 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 lockdown. Usually we can tell if a lockdown is a real deal because, in a drill, the vice principal or the principal says lockdown 3 times. But when a lockdown is real, and when someone dangerous and armed is in the building, the vice principal says lockdown 4 times. The lockdown was going smoothly at first until we realized something. A girl, Linda, was in the washroom, and she hadn't been back for 10 minutes since the lockdown had started. Our 7-foot-tall, 300-pound English teacher bravely volunteered to go check if everything was okay. Honestly, I don't think a bullet could even pierce his skin enough to reach his vital organs. When the teacher hadn't returned in 20 minutes, we started to panic. What the hell is going on? They should be back, one kid said. They're probably dead. What? When is this gonna be over? Everybody shut up. We wait 10 minutes until Mr. Johnson comes back, and if they don't come back, We heard a scream in the hallway, a female voice. One of my best friends, nicknamed Blame, pulled me aside from the chaos. Blame was allegedly one of the more unsavory characters in the school. He always carried a switchblade on him just in case. Crap, man, what's going on? Blame asked. I replied, I don't know. What the heck? Isn't Mr. Johnson coming back? Somebody's outside, and by the looks of it, they're armed. Another scream echoed into the hallway. Linda ran down the hallway, like that cliché girl in every slasher film, and she started banging on the door. Let me in, she screamed. Yo girl, calm down, Blame said. Calm down? Stop messing around, what's going on? I asked. Let me in, something's chasing me. This isn't funny, Linda, Dan said. Dan slowly removed the barricade and unlocked the door, and he stepped out. Through the window in the door, I could see him asking Linda a question when something that we couldn't see had tripped her and dragged her away, screaming. Oh God, Dan screamed. He desperately tried to run back to the door, but the thing that we couldn't see grabbed him and started dragging him along the floor. He kicked and screamed and punched, but whatever had gotten a hold of him was stronger. The 2 freshmen were dragged to the other hallway, where we couldn't see them anymore. The screams eventually cut off. I rushed to the door, locking it, and I covered the window. What the heck is going on? Blame screamed. I'm not paid enough for this shit, I said. All the kids began to panic and arguments ensued. 3 kids, also associated with Dan, wanted to go out and try to look for him. I tried to argue, saying that it was too dangerous. I almost feel bad for what happened to them. Ryan, one of them, yelled, So you're just going to sit here instead of looking for my man? Hey, I don't know if you numbskulls can process thoughts anymore, but did you see what took him? That's no shooter. Hell, it might not even be human. And you want to get out and look for a dead man. Ryan stepped forward, cracking his knuckles. What did you say to me? Blame stepped between us and glared at Ryan. Hey, back off. He's cool, he's cool. You keep that up and I'm gonna make you wish that you were never born. Ryan looked like he had an idea. You, give me that switchblade that you always carry. In case you didn't know, even on school grounds, Blame always carried a switchblade in his pocket in case, as he said, shit went down. Hell nah, you get your own. I decided that I had had enough of this. You know what? Ryan, if you want to go outside and look for your dead friend, then be my guest. Nobody's stopping you. Go out and die. Just know that I warned you." Ryan looked hesitant. "Fine, let's go." He looked at the silent group of sophomores, at his friends. When they didn't come, Ryan screamed, "Let's go, you babies." And they went outside into the dark hallways. I watched as Ryan and the others went, in the hallway where I couldn't see them anymore, which was also the spot that Dan and Linda had disappeared. I heard their footsteps abruptly stop. I heard one of them yell, "What is that thing?" followed by a very deep and aggressive growling, and the sound of something heavy standing up. "Let's get out of here," Ryan screamed. All the screaming and sounds abruptly cut off, like somebody had turned the mute button on. And then I heard deep and loud footsteps, and the sound of something large being dragged down the hallway, heading away from us. My stomach twisted. I knew this was going to happen. Everyone started to panic. A few of the younger kids started to cry, and some kids even made attempts at calling 911, which wasn't working. "What was that thing?" I stood up. "Yeah, they're probably dead and gone, and nothing's going to change that. Now we have 20. Sorry, I'm not too good at subtraction. Yeah, that's right. We have 20 good people left. We need to, at all costs, avoid panicking because that'll..." "Hey, who put you in charge?" One kid had piped up. "I did," Blame said. "Now shut up and listen." "Thanks, man," I said to Blame. "Anytime, player." "Now, does anybody have any weapons that we could use?" I asked. 7 kids, including me, raised their hands. Of course. Half the class were a part of Blame's group. In the end, we had gathered 10 weapons from all of the students, mostly switchblades, Swiss Army knives, folding knives, and even a few fixed blades. I had a small folding knife that my father had given me. Blame pulled me aside. "Hey, I got something to tell you," he said. "Yeah, what is it?" "I'll tell you when you drop that freaking attitude," he yelled. "I have a gun." I raised my eyebrows. "Are you serious?" I asked. "Yeah, man." Blame pulled up a city, revealing a 9mm pistol sloppily holstered in his belt. "Hey, that's great. How much ammo do you have?" I asked. 2 magazines, he replied. I stood up. "Everybody, I have an announcement to make." Everybody went silent in anticipation. "We have a gun." The class cheered. I walked to the other side of the classroom. In case you were wondering too, we don't have windows in our classroom. Since where we were at, we were located at the heart of the school, and even if we did, we were way up on the 3rd floor anyway. "Now, did anybody try calling the police?" I asked. "Nah, they keep hanging up on us. They don't think that we're serious," one kid had said. Of course they did. I pulled out my phone and I typed down everything that had happened so far into a sort of digital journal to keep everybody updated on what happened. Should we get up? My heart dropped as something huge bashed against the door. Everybody screamed and they backed away. "No crap, dog," Blame said. He turned the safety off his pistol. "No." I put my hand gently on his pistol. "Save it for later. I'm gonna get a good look at this thing." Upon not hearing any other noises, I walked to the door and peeked through, trying to get a view. I looked out into the hallway and got a long and good look at the thing that had already killed 5 of our classmates. There was a damn monster right outside of our classroom.